Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Zions Bank Basketball Campus. I'm Thurl Bailey, former Jazz man and current game analyst for the Jazz alongside my play-by-play partner, Craig Bolerjack. It's an exciting day. Exciting day for Jazz fans, exciting day for Jazz Nation. We want to thank you for joining us as we introduce the newest member of the Utah Jazz, second overall pick, Darryn Peterson and his family to Utah. Joining us on stage today are Utah Jazz Governor Ryan Smith, newest Jazz man, of course, Darryn Peterson, and Utah Jazz President of Basketball Operations, Austin Ainge. We'll begin with opening remarks from Ryan, followed by Austin Ainge, and then we'll hear briefly from Darryn Peterson. Ryan?
Thanks, Thurl. It's a great day for our organization. We're grateful to have Darryn and his family, Natasha and Daryl. Thank you. You're all part of our community now, and we couldn't be more excited. We're super excited for what Darryn can do on the court. We're also incredibly excited for his part in this organization and the community. I think everyone's going to love the character which he brings, the hard work, the humbleness, the confidence. He's a unique individual, and I think his skill set will speak for itself. But we're just excited to have another piece to this organization and the way that we're moving, and our best years are definitely ahead of us.
Spent a lot of time watching a lot of Darryn film and talking to a lot of people in his life through the years, through different high school stops and college stops, and getting to know him as a person from afar, and then more recently getting to talk to him directly. And we couldn't be more thrilled with the person we're getting, the culture fit, and what he can bring to our group. And we have a bunch of talented players, and we think Darryn can fit in with all of them and just elevate us as we go forward.
I'll start by just saying it's an honor and privilege to be a part of this organization. I'm super blessed to be here, worked super hard, and the warm welcome yesterday was great. First time I got off the plane, everybody was there, so it's going well so far. Appreciate you guys being here today, and looking forward to what's to come in the future.
We're going to open it up for questions now from the media in attendance today. Please raise your hand for a microphone. And we also ask that you please state your name and your outlet.
David Locke, Utah Jazz Radio, welcome. It's somewhat unusual for a number 1 or number 2 pick to join a team that has 2 all-stars and some other emerging high-level talent. How do you view yourself fitting in what is a fairly established and pretty talented group?
Yeah, I spoke about it at the draft. I think me and Keontae will be a great backcourt. Like you said, it's a lot of all-star and great upcoming talent, and hopefully I have a chance to be an all-star, so I'm going to try to listen to those guys and pick their brains and just be surrounded by so much greatness. I think will be great for myself and for the team.
Dana Green with ABC4. Is there a part of your game that you're looking forward to showcase in the NBA that maybe you couldn't showcase at Kansas, just with the NBA style, and what do you think you could bring to this team?
Something I want to show, I think, is my two-way ability, that I can play both sides of the ball at a good level. I want to bring offense and defense to the team. Also my playmaking. I think I didn't get to showcase as much at Kansas, but hopefully I can bring that here.
Darren, Sarah Todd from the Deseret News. I'd love to know what the conversation was with Kyle for you to get number 22.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. He wanted to keep it, but that's his first assist to me. He was willing to give me that, so I appreciate him for that. And I told him, like, it's an honor. I'm thankful that he did it, and that's his first assist. That's what I said. Like, it was his first assist from him to me, so I'm thankful.
Did you have to give up anything to get it?
Yeah, for sure. But
For Darryn, Jason Batacchia from the Salt Lake Tribune. Darryn, you've kind of talked a little bit about just, your journey at Kansas, the injuries that you went through. What do you feel like you learned most about yourself just during that time period, going through that adversity and so forth?
Not really. I didn't think I really learned anything new. I've been through adversity a ton of times in my life, so I faced it and got through it. I control what I can control, but what happened at Kansas, I think, is behind me. I was working out 3 times a day during the pre-draft, done all the tests, passed all the physicals and stuff. So I can't promise I won't ever have a cramp again, but what happened at Kansas definitely won't occur anymore. It's behind me.
Darryn, I'm wondering what you've heard so far, what you know about Will Hardy's offense style, and how you think you're going to fit into that specifically.
Yeah, me and Coach are just in the back talking about it. I asked him when can I watch film and start to break down stuff. I've heard tons of great things, so I can't wait to learn from him, learn from Keontae, another guard that's been in his offense. So looking forward to picking his brain, picking Keontae's brain, and trying to fit in well with the offense.
Sam Farnsworth, KSL Sports. Darryn, I'm just curious what conversations, if any, you've had with some of the recent rookies, Ace or Keontae, even in their transition to Utah, what to expect, and what they've told you about being a part of our state.
Yeah, I had dinner with Keontae yesterday. We talked for the majority of the dinner, just picking his brain about what it's like to be here, what the team's like. He said it's all great, and he thinks I'll fit in well. He said, I told him summer league practice coming up on Monday, like what to expect. He said, whatever you think is hard, just multiply it by 10. So I'm ready to come in and work. That didn't scare me at all, so I'm ready.
Darryn, Craig Wolverjack, Utah Jazz play-by-play TV broadcast. Welcome, by the way. Welcome to Salt Lake. Summer League amazingly starts a week from today. Just curious about focusing in on that and what you would hope to accomplish, not overdo it, but also learn the system and what your goals are in that week, and then off to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Summer League. I haven't had the chance to play in a game since my last game in March, so I'm super excited to go out there and compete with these guys and hopefully get some wins, trying to win all the games we play in.
Jenna Fink from KUTV. When you were talking about the meeting that Austin and other execs had with you in your hometown, you talked about after how you could immediately feel that it was a good fit. What about those meetings maybe stood out to you, the feeling that you got, and how is it compared to actually being here?
Yeah, I always say I'm an energy guy. When I entered the room, I felt a good energy off the rip, and we had a good conversation. And I like that it wasn't all about basketball. We talked about the puppy I just got. We talked about my family. So it just felt good to feel like I had a family already. And then for them to take me on Tuesday was super surreal, and I was delighted when they said they were going to take me. I got the call. I was super happy.
We had a good talk also about Avery Bradley, who was with us, ending his agent Darren Matsubara's coaching career. Mats, I know you wanted me to share that. Avery had 50 on him, and he quit coaching right after that and started being an agent. So.
For Ryan and Austin, obviously you guys, this is a long process. You know, you interview so many people. You have to get to kind of know the character of the player that you want to draft. For both of you, just, you know, when you're going throughout that process, what do you feel like was the kind of key trait about Darryn that shined throughout the NBA draft combine, all the interviews, ultimately that led you to draft him?
Yeah, I mean, the dedication, the work ethic, which, you know, Daryl and Darryn worked for many years before he got to the high school coaches that we talked to, but they just said Darren's in the gym and he wants to win. And quiet confidence was a phrase we got a lot, just that he may not be the loudest guy, but he's there when you need him, and he's not scared.
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things is just the excitement from our group. I mean, from Will to DA, Avery, everyone just being so excited. Like, there's a visceral reaction of like what it could be, putting him next to Key and having these two go. That's exciting. That's a little foreshadowing for what all of our fans are going to see. And I think that, you know, we get this chance to kind of see it before we serve it a little bit. And there was a lot of excitement there.
Austin, this one's for you. Darryn said something interesting at the Combine. He was asked about kind of being a quiet person and being more of a reserved person when it comes to on the court. And he said that if you look at a team like Golden State, Draymond is obviously the loudest guy, but it's Stephen Curry's team. And so I'm wondering, when you hear that coming from someone who is, a teenager, that kind of perspective, what does that make you think about what is possible for the future?
It's a really mature and astute observation, and I think it's very true, and also shows that he's a student of the game. Personality type is overrated. There's not one way to be a leader. We just ask everybody to bring who they are and what they have and bring it to the group and try to add. Just try to make everyone else around them better and try to lift, and that can be with actions, words, passes, loose balls, charges. There's 100 ways to lead.
Grace Lawrence, Fox 13 Sports Utah. For Darryn, just what have been your first impressions of the fan base when it comes to the video you saw of the watch party and getting off the plane yesterday? Just your first impressions of how excited everyone is to have you here.
I'm sorry, can you ask me that one more time? I was looking for you in the crowd.
Yeah, no, you're good. Just what have been your first impressions of the fan base when it comes to about 1,000 people at the watch party getting off the plane yesterday? What's it been like to take in the excitement of the fan base to have you here?
Yeah, it was great. When I looked out the window of the plane and seen everybody out there waiting for me and chanting my name and stuff. So that was huge for me. I came from Kansas, which was another huge fan base. So to go from there to here, I think it's going to be great. And when I put on the uniform, I'm not putting it on for myself. I'm putting it on for the fans.
James Peterson, ESPN 700. My cousin. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm curious, how did you feel about the Jazz potentially taking you before your meeting in Ohio during the draft process, and then how has that changed now that you're here?
Yeah, after the lottery, I looked into the top teams, and I thought off the rip that I would have the best fit with Utah. So for them to take me with the second pick, like I said before, I was super happy to hear that, and I think I'm going to fit in well, and it's going to go great.
Darryn, on the court, watching you, it seems to me you're almost always on balance. What have you done to be able to be that mature an athlete at such a young age, and what are the training things you did to have that level of balance?
I spent a lot of time in the weight room, working on my core, my body, and I would say just a blessing too. Sometimes just God-given stuff. I can't say I really focus on being balanced all the time, but just work super hard in the weight room, and just God-given.
Ben Anderson, KSL Sports. Ryan, this one's for you. It's almost 4 years since this rebuild began. How do you feel where you are today compared to where you were when that process started?
Look, I mean, it's a journey. I think that, Danny and I and Jay-Z, when we decided to make some of those moves 4 years ago, we had a pretty good understanding of kind of the optimistic view, the mid view, and kind of the longest view. And timing in the NBA is everything. There's a lot of teams out there who have tried to exit or go through one, and you kind of got to hit windows. But my feeling is just gratitude, to be honest with you. I'm grateful for our fans because there was nowhere else in the league where they went through something like this, or they've gone through something like this in a 4-year period, and everyone showed up every single night. Our sponsors showed up, people bought tickets, and they were with us, and there was a lot of trust and confidence. I'm grateful for Coach. I mean, we brought Coach in here, and day one we had a different roster than where he had when he started the season, famously, and Will has been not only an incredible coach, but an incredible partner. And that makes it fun to go to work every day, even though, we're not in the spot where we want to be. So as of now, Austin's been here for a year. We're rolling, and this is just the next step in that journey to get to where we ultimately want to get, which is, we want to get Danny and Will and everyone another ring. And so that's the process you're going to have to go through in the NBA. And I'm just grateful for everyone to go through it with us and, just get better and better from here on out.
Hi, Darryn. Back here, Travis Green, ABC4. I'm curious, This past couple of days have probably been crazy for you at the draft. Now you're flying out to Utah. Just what is it? How would you describe these past couple of days have been for you?
It's been a lot of mixture of feelings. First feeling was like, wow, I'm super blessed to be in this position. Second feeling, when I went home, I worked out at my old high school. So just to see where I came from was another feeling. Then when I got here, like a wholesome feeling. When I got off the plane, the fans were out there yelling for me, cheering for me. So just like a warm welcome to home, and happy to be home now.
JP Chunga, UtahJazz.com. Austin, were you able to catch Darryn in person? And if you were, what stood out apart from what you were able to glean on film about Darryn Peterson?
Yeah, saw a few times in person this year and through the years. Seen every game, I think, all the way through high school and college on film. You know, last week we were joking as a staff. We were watching the games and we could predict what was going to happen in every possession. We're like, all right, maybe we've seen enough of Darryn at this point. I mean, he's a complete player, I think, is the part that makes us most excited. I mean, obviously, he's just coming into the NBA and is going to have to fight and get better at every aspect, but he can drive left, he can drive right, he can shoot off the dribble, he can shoot off the catch, he can pass, he can guard. And so that makes him, from a guy who has to build a team, it makes it an easy guy to fit in because he can play with all sorts of different kinds of players. Can run pick and roll, can run off the ball, can guard ones, can guard twos, maybe in a few months in the weight room, guard some threes. You know, we're gonna get there. And I know Coach is very excited to use all of those abilities and just see how it all fits with the rest of our talented guys.
Austin, speaking of those talented guys, how do you see Darryn meshing with Keontae specifically in the backcourt? And also, Darryn, are you a hockey fan? We saw Clayton Keller wish you some good wishes. Do you have any affiliation with any hockey team, or should I assume you're a Mammoth fan now?
I am now, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't before, but they told me it was big, so now I'm on board. I'm willing. I'm ready.
It's a great answer. I don't think it's that hard of a fit, Keontae and Darryn. I think it's perfect fit. I think that you need multiple guys that can make plays off the dribble, make shots off the dribble, create for other guys. If you watch any of the teams in the playoffs, there's 2 and 3 and 4 guard lineups. We just need talent. We need guys that can make plays, and Darren's just one more guy that can help us.
Scott Gerard, KSL Sports. Austin, over the last several years, the development has been the #1 priority. After the Triple J trade and now with Darryn Peterson, obviously development's still a priority, but now it's a winning mentality. It's about winning games and getting into the playoffs. Do you have any concern about the team being able to make that transition in that mindset?
Yeah, I think that we're so excited. These guys have been chomping at the bit, from Coach Hardy to Lowry to Key to Jaren. I mean, everyone is so excited to kind of take that next step. We do have a lot of talent that hasn't played together, though. Obviously, Darryn, Jaren didn't really get much with us. Walker missed the whole year. So we understand that it could be a bit of a process to figure it out, but the guys' mentality and their work ethic and their talent, I don't question. So we'll just have to see how that goes and work together and figure it out.
Darryn, at the after the draft, you kind of said that you're a son, you're a man of faith, and all those things. Just because there's been so much online speculation about who you are, I'm just curious. All those kind of facets of your life, your parents, your family, your faith, how have they kind of like allowed you to kind of get to this point, being the #2 pick in the draft?
Yeah, everything I've been through throughout my whole life, whatever it is, I think it formed me and made me who I am today. And without those things, who knows if I'd be me. It's a lot of stuff that comes to mind when you say that. I've been through a ton of stuff, good and bad. But I don't know. I'd do them all again if I knew this was going to be the outcome, to be able to get drafted to a great organization, be the second pick, and see my number on the jersey today, getting that from Flip. So just all that stuff comes to mind. But I'm just super blessed to be here and have this opportunity.
Darryn, I think most importantly, we need to know what kind of dog and what the dog's name is.
Yeah, I got a Doberman, and his name is Denim. Yeah.
And then also, I think that a lot of your offense has been covered pretty thoroughly, but there has been a lot of discussion about your defense leading up to this day, and I want you to describe yourself as a defender and kind of how you hold yourself on that side of the ball.
Just describe myself as a defender. That's a good one. I think I would like to say I can be a lockdown defender. Obviously, I haven't guarded the best in the world yet, but I'm willing to take this challenge. 6'10" wingspan, I think that can help me a bit. And just my effort. I might not be the fastest guy or quickest guy, but my effort, I hope, will be able to take out some of that. I'm a Kobe guy, so he played both sides of the ball, and that's my idol, so I'm trying to lock down on defense.
Darren Chandler-Holt, KSL Sports. Talked about sort of seeing the fans coming off the plane. I'm curious your first reactions of the city. You said you were here for a few days in high school, but now coming here in a new light. Anything stuck out to you?
Yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, it was a long day after the fans and the dinner. I walked Denham a little bit, so I seen a little bit, but I went to sleep. But when I was here in high school, I seen the mountains, took pictures in front of the mountains, me and the team, and a great city. So I'm willing and ready to explore it. And I heard fishing's a thing out here too, so I want to go get out somewhere and do some fishing.
David James, KSL Sports. Austin, what are you looking to add to the team now in the coming month?
That's a great question, David. I think we have a lot of what we need, but there's still some positions of depth that we can look, and we're talking with a bunch of people. That's my way of not really answering, DJ. I'm trying to add some stuff, but we'll see how that goes. But we're really confident in the group we have already, and just always looking to add and improve. Obviously, we don't have any centers under contract right now, so that will be one area for sure we'll work on.
Darren, have you noticed how important it is to get out into the community? I know Ryan and Austin, the whole organization is very big on engaging with the fans. You might not be the most vocal guy, but how do you feel like you're going to bond with the fans when you're out and about?
I'm huge in the community. The vocal thing, I don't know. But yesterday with the fans, I feel like I was talking and fist bumping and doing good. So I think I'm definitely a good guy with kids and like being around kids. I got 2 younger siblings myself. And yeah, I'm big in the community. So I think I got something to do today. So I'm excited to get there and go greet some more people and say what's up to more kids and do whatever I got to do. But I'm excited to do it.
Darren, maybe we can put a pin in the vocal thing, because I've heard you kind of discuss this before, where like on the court it's one thing, but off the court it's another. So do you kind of want to just
let's leave that behind. Yeah. But I'm about to go into something new. I'm gonna be vocal on court too. I'm just ready to transform for everybody.
I think he's doing these questions like a old pro. I think he's doing great with all the vocal stuff.
I mean, from my understanding, right, it's like off the court, around everyone, you're a normal vocal person, and on the court, you're more of like a quiet killer. Am I right in that assessment?
There it is. Leave it right there.
Great.
Thank everybody for joining us today, and thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Darren, for sharing this moment. It's a special moment, special day today, and we're excited to welcome you, Darren, and your family to Utah, and we really look forward to the journey. We know it's going to be a fun one. We hope to see you all at Salt Lake City Summer League next week. It's here, it's coming. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you again for coming. Appreciate it. At this time, we're going to conclude the formal press conference.